Segment 2. Laws of Motion. Before watching Laws of Motion, think about this. What have you observed about moving objects? Just as hockey players follow the rules when playing their sport, so do objects move in accordance with certain physical principles. Isaac Newton first described these principles in the 17th century when he published his 3 laws of motion. Newton's first law states that a body in motion will continue to travel in a straight line at a constant speed until some external force acts to change its motion. Similarly, a body at rest will stay at rest until an outside force causes it to move. This is known as the law of inertia. Inertia is a property of all matter. Objects with mass resist being put into motion, and an object already moving resists being slowed down or stopped. This resistance is the object's inertia. The larger the mass, the greater the inertia. It takes a much smaller external force to get a ball into the air than it does to launch a rocket. Newton's second law describes how the motion of an object changes when a force is applied. If you have an object and you apply force to it, the object accelerates or moves in the direction of the force. This is called acceleration. Acceleration can also be negative. If you hit the brakes in a moving car, you're applying a force that causes the car to slow. This negative acceleration is also called deceleration. Acceleration and deceleration result in a change in the velocity of an object. For example, when a car is accelerating by speeding up, its velocity and acceleration are moving in the same direction. But when the car changes direction and slows down, the relationship between velocity and acceleration changes. Then the direction of acceleration is opposite the direction that the car is moving. 2 factors determine an object's acceleration. One is the object's mass, the other the amount of the force. All objects accelerate at the same rate when free-falling, when gravity is the force acting on an object. But air resistance affects the velocity of an object. The inspiration for Newton's laws came from observing an apple falling from a tree. These cliff jumpers experience the same forces of motion, gravity, acceleration, and resistance, in a much more extreme and dangerous setting. Once the parachute is released, acceleration slows dramatically.